One question often asked is why mill your own trees? Well, one answer is because it's cheaper than buying the timber, and you can create what your need is, changing a board's size to fit the bill. Here, Russell is showing a drop of 150 by 50, a board that has many uses on the farm, used often as cattle yard railing or general farm use. And it's a lot cheaper to produce it, and you'll get a lot better quality by doing your own milling. You can change it from 150 by 50 to 150 by 40, or if your need is for panels, you can change it again to 150 by 25. It's a very popular drop for general farm use, showing Poplar's versatility once again. In fact, just out of Havelock North is a prime example of poplar being used in cattle yards. Morea Station is a cattle farm not far out of Havelock North, on the way to Elsthorpe, and John Kitchen is part owner. We asked John to comment on building replacement cattle yards using farm-grown, farm-milled poplar timber.
We've been here for several generations now, and the farm's got a lot of poplar trees on it. They've been planted from early catchment board years right through regional council years. In 2002, I think it was, we needed to build some new cattle yards, rebuild poplar mainly because it's what we had on hand. So it's an economic decision really. We milled about 3 trees, had a portable mill then to mill it into 6x2. It all got tannalised. We were advised at the time it didn't need tannalising, but we thought we'd take the safe option, had it tannalised and filleted and stored here. When we came to build the cattle yards, there was enough to do about 3/4 of them, but we used pretty much all of it. Didn't split on, when nailed. We didn't need to drill it. We didn't have any issues at all really in the handling of it. We were lucky. There were pretty big trees and quite a lot of clears in them. It tends to have some big knots, which are obviously a weakness, but we managed to get around those. It's lasted very well. There have probably been 3 or 4 boards broken in that time by the cattle, whereas the pine has had a higher percentage breaking. As a timber, we think it takes the knocks really well. It doesn't split, and the nails hold well in it over time.
And most cattle farmers find the same. The 150 by 50, often still referred to as a 6x2, is particularly good for solving problems arising on the farm. But another is where there's a need for decking, as here near Porongahau in eastern Hawke's Bay. Although poplar is excellent from which to create cattle yards and sheep pens, it's excellent too for repairing bins, making gates, fence battens and posts. Looking out across the farm, over a garden bed of flowers tossing their colourful heads in the summertime breeze, one can still enjoy the so-called amenities of modern-day life, and take time out for a chat and coffee on the deck, formed from farm-grown and milled New Zealand poplar, which presents almost as good as dressed timber, although it simply came like this straight from the mill. Railings and posts are also easy to produce. New Zealand poplar is an excellent wood, probably already growing on your farm, from which to make all you need for decking, posts, railings and other farm improvements. This includes a 1.8 metre high top-up fence for deer, an example here on this Porongahau farm. Such are the benefits of poplar that it's no wonder this farmer is nurturing new seedlings to grow this excellent resource. New Zealand poplar.